You said at the time that it was all going to work out with Brady and Arians. This was back in the offseason. And now here they are in the Super Bowl. I give you the floor on did you even think the Super Bowl was possible for that?
Well, I thought it was possible. At the end of the day, Brady left and he just went to the best roster. I mean, he had the opportunity to pick. He wasn't being traded like Stafford and Goff. He had the opportunity to find the best roster, and the best roster happened to have one of the very unique and different coaches, especially different from a Bill Belichick style with Bruce Arians. So I really think it's turned out to be a great recipe with Brady and Gronk coming, the weapons they had on offense, all the draft capital they've had over the last couple of years with Levante David and Devin White defensively, the young Winfield corner that's moved to safety that's in his first year. And then the pass rushers they have with Shaq Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul, it just turned out to be a Super Bowl recipe for those guys.
The Brady-Arians relationship, as you saw it all year long, I was just referring to the first couple of weeks. It was like, well, Arians is saying stuff publicly that Brady's never heard from Belichick, and that might grate against each other. How did you see that playing out, the early parts of all this?
Just exactly as I expected, because I went through it with Bruce in my first couple of years. That's what players and his players respect about him is he doesn't sugarcoat it. He tells you like it is. And I think, you get, especially now with these kids that are getting recruited through social media and all the kind of the pats on the back they get coming up, and then they get to the NFL, and there's egos involved, and Bruce doesn't care about any of that. Bruce will tell you if you're playing good football, he'll tell you. If you're playing bad football, he'll tell you, and he won't bite his tongue when he's asked about it in the media. And I think, if you have a thin skin, that's going to wear on you. But overall, I mean, I think it's a breath of fresh air for players. It's just this coach tells it like it is. He's going to keep it real with me from day one in the season until the end of the season. And that's just not the norm nowadays. There's so many coaches that are so worried about walking on eggshells and saying the wrong thing and setting the player off. With Bruce, you don't have to worry about that. He's going to tell you whether you're playing good or bad. And like I said, he's not gonna change his tune when he gets a microphone in front of him.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.